Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, it's Brick Galaxy, and today we're going to be looking at a LEGO DC superhero set. This is set 76239, the Batmobile Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, which was released on 1st October, together with the other October sets such as the Eternals or the Spider-Man No Way Home sets. Now this has the total piece count of 422 pieces and it retails for $39.99 USD, or if you're in Malaysia just like I am, it retails for about 179 ringgit and 90 cents. Now, of course, the Tumbler in this set is a smaller minifigure scaled version of the Tumbler that was released back in 2014, as well as the upcoming set 76240 Batmobile Tumbler that will be released on November 1st. Now, this set does come with two minifigures, as you can see, Christian Bale's Batman and Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow. Now, a lot of people were hoping to get the new Joker minifigure, but it is understandable that LEGO would only include that in the more expensive and larger Tumbler set, as they did the same thing back in 2014. Now, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the minifigures first, and then the Tumbler. Now, first off, we have Christian Bale's Batman, aka the Dark Knight. This is such an incredible figure in my opinion, with excellent torso printing both on the front and on the back, as you can see. There's a lot of details printed on there. Now, this figure may look similar to the one that we got in the old Tumbler set, the 2014 one, but there are slight differences in the design on the front, which I will pull up an image of the previous minifigure just to compare. And of course, this one is different from the other Christian Bale Batman minifigures that we've gotten, in that this one actually has the black base color, whereas the previous ones had a dark sort of gray or dark gray base color, which again, I'll just pull up the images so you guys can have a look and compare. Now, I love that utility belt printing. It's really good. I much prefer this rather than getting the sort of generic yellow utility belt that we've always gotten. Now, this figure does come with the typical Batman cowl, as you can see, and the default head with the white band, as you can see over there. And at the back, as you may know, it's the typical Batman smirk over there. Now, there's nothing new about the cowl or the headpiece or the face printing because it's the same one that we've been getting all this while. But this figure does utilize the new single hold cape, the sort of spongy fabric flexible one that we've seen more and more, and it was recently seen in my review for the Wanda and Vision minifigure from the LEGO Marvel Studios CMF, which is not too bad, I guess. If you haven't checked out my review for that one, be sure to do that. I will link it down in the description below. Now, unfortunately, Batman is missing leg and arm printing on this minifigure, which I think would have been a nice detail to add, just to really make this figure just better. Apart from that, he does come with the usual battle rag, which I've left in the Bat Tumbler, and he does come with this new and improved the grappling gun, which I think looks a lot better than the previous one. Now, the special thing about this figure is that LEGO actually included the alternative head, which is the face that Jonathan Crane sees when he was exposed to the fear gas or the fear toxin himself, sort of like this demonic nightmare face, which I really love. It looks absolutely amazing. There's just so much detail printed on that. And props to LEGO for this addition. I didn't think they would do it. I didn't think they had to, but it was just a great addition to the set. And a plus point is that the design on the face itself, with these dots or these specks on the face, they actually line up with the cowl itself, and it makes it look like the eyes for Batman, which I think was a great detail on LEGO's part. The second and last figure we get in this set is Jonathan Crane himself, aka the Scarecrow. Straight up, I do not like that fear gas gun that LEGO used. They could have definitely done a better job with it. This just seemed very underwhelming and very generic. So I'm just going to remove that so we can focus on the figure itself. As for the figure, I really like it. I think it's a good figure. It's not too bad, although I would have much preferred a bit of leg printing and the arm printing, you know, just to represent the suit and pants, just to really enhance this figure. The torso printing is really good in my opinion. I like how the Scarecrow mask continues on onto the torso printing, where you can see the ropes over there. You can also see this on the back of the torso over there, and you can see that it continues on. And apart from that, there's not much back printing apart from the creases on the suit, etc. The head looks really good to me. I really love the detail printing, and I love the details continue on to the back and the front. as I've said before. Of course, my favorite part about this figure is the head printing itself. I think it looks really good. It's really detailed in my opinion. Honestly, LEGO could have skimped out on the back head printing, as you can see, but they did not. They actually added quite a bit of detail, which I really love. Now, of course, there are no side head printing, which obviously is a shortcoming of LEGO, but I don't mind. Honestly, this head, it's really good in my opinion. Of course, a custom molded headpiece would have been nice to go with Scarecrow. Would have easily made this figure a 10 out of 10 in my opinion, but as it is still a decent minifigure for me. The face printing is disturbing, which to me is the point of the character, I guess, and kudos to LEGO for really making the first movie-based Scarecrow such an amazing figure. Moving on to the build of the set itself, this tumbler is the highlight of this set, and it's the main reason I bought this set itself. I'm a huge fan of the Batmobile Tumbler, and this one is just amazing. It is extremely well designed all around and really well built. It's really sturdy in my opinion. I had a really fun time building this one. There were a lot of different techniques that were used to build all the different sections, which I will get to that, and it really made the building experience a 10 out of 10 for me. And a huge plus point for me is that it is minifigure scale, so you can actually fit Batman and whoever you want into the cockpit, sort of cockpit itself, inside. Now, starting off, you have stickers in the front. This piece here is actually a sticker. You have stickers here on the side, the front side of the car, on the other side as well. And you have these ones which are sort of on the window panel, I guess, and it's repeated on the other side. And the other stickers are inside the cockpit or the interior itself, as you can see on those cheese block pieces. Those two are actually stickers. And then you have the two smaller wheels on the front, as you can see. And then moving on to the back, you have the four bigger wheels, as you can see, which really gives the tumbler feel in my opinion. Also at the back is the thruster over here, which I would have preferred it to have a flaming piece to sort of mimic the boosting effect, I guess. But as it is, it still looks great to me. You do have two stud shooters in front here, as you can see, and there is a lot of flappy or fins or movable parts in this tumbler. There are some here, I'll show them to you now. There's some here on the window as well. Obviously, this one flips up so you can have access to the interior and put the minifigures inside. These parts here actually move as well. These parts here. And this fin part here moves in and out as you wish, as you can see over here. And the ones at the back do move as well over here. So there's actually quite a bit of movable parts on this tumbler itself. Now the windshields actually consist of 3 different pieces. There's one here on the front. This one is actually a different piece. And on the right hand side as well, that's a different piece. They all just seem separated or segregated because of all these individual pieces over here and over here that make it seem like they are different window pieces. Moving on to interior, you can see, as I've mentioned before, those 2 cheese blocks with the stickers over there to sort of mimic the screen or the computer panels. You have the console in the middle there, probably that's the gear shift or something. And then you have the steering wheel itself, which is made up of the bucket handle. And on the back there, there's a little clip there where you can put Batman's Batarang, which I thought was really cool. I really like the interior, and I really like how you can fit 2 minifigures inside instead of just Batman. Now, there were a lot of different separate sections that you built along the way, and then you sort of attach all of them into the sort of base tumbler itself. These parts here were separate, they were a separate section. The side of the doors as well, this part, they were also a separate section. The parts on top here, sort of where the fins are situated, those are different sections. And overall, you just built them separately, and then you just combine them all into the tumbler itself, which I thought was really cool and which was what made the build really interesting for me. Overall, guys, I think this is a 10 out of 10 set for me. It is an excellent set with a very well built and very well designed tumbler and some great minifigure selection. We get for the very first time a movie-based Scarecrow, which we have never gotten before, and I much prefer this over the sort of comic-based Scarecrows that we have gotten in all the other Batman sets. Of course, I would have preferred a third minifigure for the price point, maybe a simple Rachel minifigure or a Commissioner Gordon one, or even just a generic police officer, really, just to go with with Batman and Scarecrow in a set. This is a good alternative to get if you aren't planning on getting the upcoming newer Tumbler, or if you missed out on the 2014 one. Of course, it is a more budget-friendly one, but even then, this set perfectly represents the Batmobile Tumbler. The feel, everything, it's just there. In my opinion, you won't regret getting this one, especially if you are a Batman fan, or more specifically, if you are a fan of the Dark Knight Trilogy by Christopher Nolan. I think even if you aren't a huge Batman fan, this would be a great collection to your shelves. If LEGO decides to do more of these in the future, I am all for a Batmobile build from the Arkham Knight games, which I also loved. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments down below. Are you planning on getting this set for yourself? Have you already gotten it? Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and maybe think about subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!